Oh, he is.
Are we ready to go?
Oh, okay, great. Okay. Excuse me. All right, good evening. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the North Branford Conservation and Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Agency to order. Again, this meeting on Wednesday, September 28th, 2022 at approximately 6:37 p.m. First thing I'd like to do is just call to order the meeting and to do roll call of everyone seated this evening. We have regular members Bill Gavenzi, Frank Pagano, Jerry Fisbeck, and I am Steve Scavo. I'll be chairman for this evening's meeting. Next thing we will do is the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next we have some minutes to review. First, the minutes of July 27th, 2022.
Let's see, I have to prove there's certain people that can do that, right?
I cannot either.
2022, let me just
I
get
think
that.
we're back where we were
I
last.
think it was, it was Frank and Steve's, and Ashley's not here. But I thought,
Ashley
Eric,
was,
what's,
oh,
she was at that.
she's there. She's there.
But Ashley sent a note, she was gonna be here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can table them then. What do you think?
I guess so.
Because Eric once said to us, remember he said for minutes you could use, remember I think it was, you two
Yeah.
people, right?
Yeah, I
So,
was just gonna
you
say
know what?
something like that.
Let's just accept it, because we'll have this.
All right,
thing.
so
It's just-
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of July 27th, 2022.
And do we have a second?
Can I second and abstain? I can do that.
Okay, yeah,
I
sure.
I second that.
Very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, so the minutes from July 22nd are accepted. And next minutes are to be looked at would be August 24th, 2022.
Well, the minutes of August, am I looking at the right one?
What's that?
This is not, there's an error here on the first page, because it says, motion to approve the minutes of July 27th meeting, but it's
Oh,
actually
it says-
referring to the August 11th
24th.
meeting.
Oh, okay.
So that needs to be corrected. Do you see where that is, Michelle? So it says 3 minutes, meeting July 27th, table to next meeting, field walk August 11th. Then it says motion to approve minutes of July 27th. It means motion to approve,
Okay,
I think, the minutes of the field walk, right?
yep,
Right.
okay.
So I make a motion to approve the minutes of August 24th as amended.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, those minutes are approved. Very good. Okay, we're gonna move on to item 4, which is new business, item A, IWWA 2022-13, 676 Tucket Road, site plan, proposed construction of a 12-foot by 16-foot deck attached to existing deck within the 100-foot upland review area. Receipt and determination of significant activity, owner applicant Samuel and Jackie DeFrancesco. So, let me just take a quick look at that.
Where on this is the Farm River?
You wanna just, you wanna make,
This is Parsons.
Yeah, I don't know. You wanna
Sure.
just
Farm
tell
River
us
would
what-
be-
what-
Yeah, is there anything, is there anything
That's
other
what I
than what
thought.
we
High-level
have
summary.
here?
Yeah, it's pretty, I think it's pretty simple.
Straightforward,
Yeah,
right.
it
Wait,
is.
no, this is
They
the
just wanted me to
Farm
get the
River.
approval because it does impede past the edge of
It's
the
within,
house.
it's within the 100 feet, right?
Yeah, but
It's-
I have a current existing already in the backyard is a pool and a fence around the
Right.
pool. We had an existing deck. All we wanted to do was extend the deck to the fence. So it comes out a little, it comes out 12 feet past the house.
See, all you're,
It's already, I took shrubs out.
you don't have to do any excavation, in other words, it's.
No
gonna be
excavation,
sonotubes,
just a
basically.
couple sonotubes and extension of the deck, you know, so that
Very
was.
minimal disturbance, and I assume
Correct.
it's a pretty much well, it's right part of your other, that's probably, there's a pool there, everything's. pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah, we
level.
just extended it because
It's
it was a
lawn.
nice area. We're gonna put a little, you know,
Okay.
little bar sitting area on it
Okay.
in that area.
Nice.
Looks pretty straightforward.
I don't have any
Nothing.
issue.
No problem.
Yeah, no, yep.
Yeah, I don't
So
have
we
any
need a
problem either.
motion, do you have a
We
motion?
do have a motion here, just bear with me, because a lot of stuff here. Yep, here's a motion, and we can't give it to Bill because he
Yeah, I
forgot
don't have
his
glasses. I could try. You might have to hold it though, not.
You read
Although he
it.
might have done that on purpose, because we always stick him with it, but that, I'm just kidding.
You can second.
I gotta start bringing it on.
One heck of a motion for a deck. All right, I move to approve application 2022-13, site plan application for building a 12 by 16 deck attached to the existing deck located within a 100-foot upland review area at 676 Totoket Road, map 51C, lot 1-2. Owner applicant Samuel and Jackie DiFrancesco, as contained in submitted application documents with the following conditions. With the following conditions, 1 through, is it 8?
I think it's,
1 through, this is another. One through 8, these are all duplicates.
standard conditions.
Standard IWWA conditions 1 through 8. Do you want me to read these?
No,
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 yeah.
you never have to read the
Yeah,
standard,
there's
only
no-
special
nothing
conditions.
special, yeah, no
Okay.
special
There's no
conditions,
special
so
condition with this.
So-
just standard.
Can I have that?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you want
I second that.
read, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, aye, motion passes.
Thank you. So
You're all
now,
set?
will this go to the town? Will the building department get this like tomorrow morning, or does this take a while for them to
What I would
actually?
say is, I don't know how quick, we'll have the paperwork tomorrow, Lynn, our secretary, will pick this up. Why don't you call tomorrow?
So just touch base with her. She'll have the paperwork though. She'll
Yeah,
see
I'm
it.
gonna, it's been.
Okay, awesome.
10
Thank
through,
you.
But the final paperwork, I don't wanna speak on it, cause.
Yeah. I didn't know if it took a couple days to get to Lynn's
It
office
might,
or not.
But Lynn could tell you best, cause she runs the show.
Okay,
So
perfect.
Just
Thank
give her a
you.
call and she'll let you know.
I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Very good.
Thanks,
Don't
Jeff.
get hurt something.
Yeah, exactly. Try not to.
Thanks.
Oh, what are you doing Sunday?
Parents feel like games,
Oh.
bad reviews, trying to get like,
Motion made by.
my wife's sister coach.
And we'll have the second one here shortly, if we agree on it. Wait a minute, sorry. This is 43 on the top. All right. Okay, let's move on to new business. Item B, which is IWWA 2022-14, 483 Totoket Road, site plan. Proposed placement of pre-built shed 10 by 12 in the backyard and within the 100-foot upland review area. Receipt and determination of significant activity, owner applicant Jeffrey Sadownlick and Emily Ann Pozell. Okay, so with that one, so we have some pictures.
No, that's the
That's the
the
beach
pictures
tree.
are not for this.
No,
Oh,
there-
never mind,
there-
sorry,
there is
sorry.
a site.
It got clipped to it.
There
Yep,
is a
yep,
site.
Yep. Right, that's what I was looking for, okay. Yeah, get clipped together, okay, so.
So can I ask a question? Who is this? Oh,
How we do with the names? Not even close.
Sorry, yeah. So if you just identify yourself for the record, sir, and then we can
My name is Jeffrey Sadownik.
sit down. Oh, it was easy, I should have done better with that, but thank you.
So I guess we could say we're familiar with the property, because we did a lot of site walks there before any houses were built. So where in relationship to there's like a dirt road that goes to across, is this south of that or north of that?
Which
There's
road
a
are you
dirt
referring
road
to?
from Totucket that goes through to Forest Road. So I'm just wondering, is this on the lower parcel or the upper parcel of the?
It's
of it?
near
Just
Mill Road.
So it's the southern part.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so if it's, it's
Yeah.
closer to Mill Road,
Right.
right? So then this is the property, I'm just trying to figure out where this property is in relationship. Because the pond is where, over,
The mill
Here?
pond is in the rear.
right here, right?
Yeah, in the
Right
back
here?
of the, correct, yes.
Oh, gotcha, off the site.
So this is, all plants and wetland that's being shown here, right? There's plants here, right?
Yeah, if you look at the rear of the property where the property line is kind of diagonal, beyond that is where there's plants, and past that is the pond.
Okay. So is there any more houses? So if I'm facing your house to the right, are there any more houses?
Yes.
There's at least one, right? But that's
Two.
up and back?
Right, there's one there's a long driveway that goes behind another property,
Yeah.
and then there's a
That's one
second
more.
property there.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
know which house this is.
So my question for you is just so I can get a bearing, like Frank, actually, if you wanna come over, maybe you could point this
Yeah.
out.
Sure, you want me to come out there?
Yeah.
I see where the shed is. I'm just wanna see 72.1 feet, is that to your property line? I'm just trying to figure.
That was to the side of the property line, just because on the application, I think it was asking for distance to the side, so that's why that was put there.
Oh, but it's only
Because
20
the
feet
shed is
from-
over here, so it's 20 feet from this
Right,
property.
from the
okay.
rear line.
So that,
Yeah.
I think that's okay. So my question is, this is the 100-foot upland review area, so you're
Yeah.
in here, so looks like you're about probably 50 feet from the wetland. You're kind of, looks like you're right in the middle. That'd be accurate? I'm just trying to get an idea of where it is.
Yeah, it looks like about, 30, 40 feet, something like that.
So, yeah, so my question is this disturbed land? Is it lawn? Is it, you know?
It's lawn.
It's lawn.
Yes.
Okay, so how far does your lawn go? Is it already established up there to?
Yeah, I would say this is, what is that,
This
in the
looks like-
200-foot area? Yeah, it's probably somewhere around there. There's probably a small corner.
But I'd say in the area you're doing, this is all kind of, is it all fairly level,
It's
grass?
It's
lawn?
level,
Okay.
it's grass, yeah.
Is it soggy?
No.
You just put crushed stone and then
Yeah,
laying
there'll
out
be
on
a
top
stone
of it.
pad, and then the shed goes on top.
So no really excavation, it's on level, you're gonna put stone down
Right.
and put it, I assume, on something to anchor it, or just on, you know,
That-
4x4s or 6x, you know, pressure treated to
Right.
keep it up above the ground, is that it? Okay.
But I believe you can
Anchor it.
anchor them with
Yes,
these
yeah.
screw in the ground devices.
They go over that, yes, when you get the permit, you know, I do it myself,
Right.
you're exactly right.
Well,
I
we
was-
just don't want it
It's a
to
good
float
point.
away. and
Oh, yeah,
flood,
or if you get a
know.
hurricane that hit Florida, take,
Go on there.
we all, yeah, so, I'm sure when you get your permit for that, they tell you all that, but, you know, first you come here and then you'll be going, you know, applying to the town, but yes, Jerry's point is well taken, you wanna make sure you anchor it down, there's structural implements to do that, to make it very simple, so, you know, a strong one won't knock it over on you.
Usually they're required in most places.
And where would the front,
Well, they're
excuse me,
required
where would
here.
the
I had to
access,
do it on
the
mine
front
when I did
access
my
to
shed years ago,
where
yeah.
your door is gonna be on the deck?
It
on
would
this-
be
there?
facing towards the front of the property, correct?
This way?
Yes,
So the door's gonna be, so you'll be going in and out of here?
yes.
And what are you gonna be storing in there?
Like shovels, gardening equipment, that kind of thing.
No gasoline or oil or
No.
anything like that, right? Okay. Is that in the motion that there's no gas or oil?
Let me grab the motion I have. Just bear with me.
So where's your lawn tractor gonna be?
That stays in the garage.
It's in the garage?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured you had a lawn tractor because it's a big piece of property.
Yeah,
The good news is you're on city water,
yeah.
but you have septic, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Here's the draft motion, so I think.
Stuff is a special condition.
I think it's a special condition, so as long as you adhere to them, then, which it sounds like he is.
They're just all repeats.
Yeah, there's no,
Yeah.
you know what I think happened? I think the other one, that you had a couple copies of the special conditions, right? And the other one, didn't you say you had four?
Yeah, they were all
All
the
right,
same.
so that's what happened, okay.
No, I don't think it's in
Sorry
there,
about that.
but
We don't have a wetlands officer anymore,
Yeah, look like.
or a town planner, so, and no one's from the town here to,
it's a labor shortage.
yeah.
Yeah, everywhere.
Was it in there? That's Francesco.
Yeah, I know, it's, there's.
I didn't see, they were all
Yeah.
duplicates,
Yeah.
quadruplicates. Same as here. There's no conditions.
That's all good.
So can we just
Yeah.
add it? That there be no, gas, oil, or, pesticides, pesticides or herbicides, well,
Pesticides and fertilizers.
yeah. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all for 676.
So. Fund anything there?
Do you have the standard conditions in there, Jerry?
No, it's just a motion,
With no conditions.
yeah, with no conditions whatsoever.
The winter condition.
Should we grab the,
Well, she's been on,
Okay,
just,
you
Just
have
go
a letter
standard
from the
ones,
Regional
just
Water
read them?
Authority, these were all.
no, just say
hidden
with the
behind.
so they're
standard
read into
conditions.
the record?
So what, you should probably read these, they
Yeah,
basically
that's what
said
I'd
they
say,
had
just
no
read,
comment.
read the
but
standard ones.
This is just a letter from the Regional Water
From
Authority.
Robert
which
Walters.
it
Oh,
Oh, good.
doesn't have any specific comment, we should,
Are you the planner too?
yes, I'm trying to.
Congrats.
So
Oh,
unless
that's
someone
good.
wants to read it, it looks like they're stating facts, but they don't have any really comment on it,
Want
so.
me to read this? Or, no,
did you see the letter from the Regional Water Authority?
Yes, I do have a copy here.
Okay.
Do we
Yeah,
usually
they have
read
no
it for the
comment.
record? I'm just trying to
No,
remember. I
no,
don't think we
no.
usually do. I think it's for us to review.
right,
The fact they had no comment, if they had some special comments, usually we make them as a special condition as part of the application, so since
so,
it's not, we're good.
but it raises a question for me, so according to this, you're going to, is it your responsibility then to, restore that area behind the shed, with the 50 mix of New England wetland plants conservation mixture?
No,
You-
it's my understanding that that is the current state of it.
That's
because
what's there now?
That's my understanding.
Gotcha.
All right, and you're not disturbing it?
No.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Then, once again, we have nothing in writing about storage of certain materials in the shed.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to think I think, and also, I think the standard condition, I want to say there's 10. I think it's, the next page never got printed. Well, we don't
Yeah.
have any of them here.
None of them, these are all the
But
same.
I'm pretty
Do you
positive that
want me
there's,
to look up the previous minutes and see
if
if
you
it all
could,
was
yeah,
there?
because
Oh, would they be
I don't
in
have any
How
trouble
about-
with approving, but I just want to make sure it's in there,
We
because
could
it,
certainly use standard conditions 1 through 8 that were used in the previous
Right.
application.
or 1 through 10.
Well, here, how about we got this motion here with, in the minutes? Here's the standard conditions. There's,
12, right?
There's 12, right, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I knew there's more than 8.
no work maintenance, this sediment erosion.
Just doesn't sound like it's all applicable.
No, I know.
Those are the standard conditions.
Yes.
Those are the standard conditions.
I thought we had a standard condition that basically said, no storage of
Dynamite.
toxic chemicals, fuels, and
The agents, I mean, does he really need to notify the agent within, is this the standard condition?
For what?
For 48 hours prior to the start of any construction? I mean, he's not really, this is a pre-built shed that's gonna be dumped
Yeah.
on it?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, he has his permit and everything, I mean, I don't.
I'm thinking sure he's
yeah, I think
okay.
we're fine, yeah.
But should we just do 1 through 8? Because that's what we did with the other people. Anti-tracking aprons. I mean, this really doesn't,
But we don't normally cherry pick the standard conditions, just standard conditions. They don't apply, they don't apply.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
And we
Yeah,
don't, we don't.
it's a general
Yeah, we
guideline,
just
and
say
and every
standard.
application
All
is
right.
different, right?
That's
So I
fine.
I
we
don't,
don't cherry
So you
I
want
don't-
this, or?
I only would be concerned if we had a special condition, like
Yeah.
if the regional water authority said
Oh, yeah, no,
something
sure.
specific,
Then
we'd
they
have
know.
to add it, but I think we're okay in this case.
There's all these copies, because they want you to hand them out. But
Because you're only one person's reading, I think they just made it, yeah.
All right,
That's fine, we'll give, or you'll get everything, don't worry.
so we're gonna
I don't know
do
why they don't just do it in a word, like.
standard conditions.
Conditions 1 through 12 here, that's what I would
Yeah,
say.
that
And
was- that's
and
our
then,
standard condition.
and
So
then
definitely one-
special condition, no
What's in that?
storage of
What's it?
gasoline, oil, or,
Hazardous materials.
Yes.
I don't know if
Okay.
that's too broad for you guys.
well, wait, actually, it says here, the agents determined that there is no feasible prudent alternatives. The agent has determined that the pros regulated activities are not deemed significant, which is true.
We could just say 1 through 12 where
12.
applicable,
Yeah, perfect.
all right? All right,
Because we do that for all.
Yeah, we
always
do-
say
we
one-
do it for all,
1
so,
through
yeah.
12, and we don't specifically
Yeah.
hit on each one,
All right.
it's, right, a special condition, so.
all right, so I move to approve application 2022-14, site plan application for placement of a pre-built shed 10 by 12 feet in the backyard located within the 100-foot upland review area at 483 Totoket Road, map 36D, lot 10.2. Owner applicant Jeffrey Sedanic and Emily Ann, I'm sorry, Polzella. As contained in submitted application documents, with the standard conditions 1 through 12 where applicable, and special condition that there will be no storage of oil, gasoline, fertilizers,
Pesticides.
pesticides, and there's one of the pesticides.
Gas,
Any other
gasoline,
toxic
oil,
chemicals.
Or
pesticides.
any other toxic
Yeah, that covers
substances
substance, yeah.
within the shed.
Yeah, that covers it.
Okay?
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, aye, okay. Passes.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
One of the things, guys, I didn't realize this was buried under some of the paperwork here. The application, the first one that we approved on the shed, there was also a regional water authority letter with that. Now, the good news is basically it said the exact same thing. Based on the information, we have no comment. So I want to include it with the application, but I don't think we have to revisit it. do
No.
we? If
No.
it made a recommendation saying, yes, right, so it's their standard letter. So I just want you to know
It's fine.
that. I found it, I mentioned it. All right, Michelle, let's go with the one. Water authority, you just keep on going. Yeah, yeah, exactly, perfect. Okay. All right then, so the next item would be item 5, Wetland Enforcement Officer's Report. Item A, which would be violation at 213 Forest Road. I was kind of expecting to have a update on that, but I don't.
Is that the ongoing?
That's
pond
the
with
ongoing,
Branford?
yeah, yeah. So all we really can do is just table it to the next meeting. I mean, I don't see any information on it.
The one right on the river?
Again.
No, no,
Last one. Oh, go ahead.
you know, right on
Forest Road.
Forest Road, that pond, we visited it, that pond, a long time ago. It's a
Yeah.
pond.
As you're
with some
going north, it's on
sprinklers
the
in it.
right. The water's about ready to overflow it again.
I'm sorry. Oh, right,
Yeah.
oh, they put the boulders in the front.
Yeah, used to be green water, still, I
Is
think.
that yeah.
And the
The one kind of
overflow is
across from the
clogged.
police station, it's
Yeah.
not far, you know, that one, that's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, right.
he actually moved some boulders around,
Yeah,
it,
he
you know,
put
so-
some
I haven't
boulders in
seen
the
it
front.
yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but he still didn't really address the, which we asked him to do, but anyway, I guess we could probably just say, just table this and keep it on the agenda for the next meeting. I don't even know if we
Yep.
need a motion, but we should probably, it's an ongoing thing, it's
It's
already there, right?
ongoing.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to item B. Again, possible violation at 129 Beach Street. As everyone has been following the emails, Jerry initially discovered it, reported to other agency members and Victor Benny, and it looks like we have some pictures here. These are your pictures, right, Jerry, or no? Or did he take, maybe Victor went out?
I think Victor
went out, yeah, I was gonna
Those
say,
are not my
they're
pictures.
similar, but we can see the clearing at the bottom of the driveway. There's a water course, there's a little culvert that goes under the driveway, so the only thing I was gonna propose, I know Victor's not here, but we probably should maybe plan a quick site walk and just walk out there and look at it, so.
Well, we don't have an application or anything, right?
No, but
Here's-
in a case of a violation, I
Sure.
recommend I recommended Victor, he did call me, let me back up a little bit, because he was a little unsure of exactly what to do, and we were just kind of talking, he said, well, you know, you could write a cease and desist, and I said, I don't know if I can really do that, but in the regulations, he said, you know, we agency members have the authority to do
So
it.
what did he clear?
So the bottom line is
You can see
I
the
asked them to
stumps.
call the
You can see.
applicant, tell them to
That was all
stop
forest.
and stop what they're
That was
doing,
all forest.
and we'll take it
Oh.
from there.
I think
Everything
here.
down there.
Oh, are you the applicant?
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
gonna
come
say,
on up,
well,
sorry.
I'm just reading, it says to appear here, and I assumed that was
Oh,
you.
sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
know. No, we'd love to talk to
Just
you.
give us a sense
Oh, I
for what's
see.
going
Can you
on.
just
yeah.
identify yourself for the record?
Mark Valentoni,
Gotcha.
129
Okay.
Beach Street.
Oh, okay. So the question we have is, you started clearing some area near wetland.
Yeah, yep.
And you,
Flail mowed it, just, there was overbrush,
Yeah.
and there were things blocking the culvert, so couldn't get to it to clean it out, and just had someone come in and flail mow it.
okay.
So,
So normally that's in the 100-foot buffer and wetland, so we're just, you know, that's why you're
Mhm,
here. It's,
sure.
you know, you did it after the fact, but it's not like something we don't approve, you know, in the past,
Mhm.
similar operations,
Sure.
you know, clearing brush from a stream. If anything, it probably makes the water flow go better, but it's just something that, you know, needs to come
correct.
before us. So-
Sure, understood.
You should,
You hired somebody to do what?
Flail mow.
Yeah.
So it's basically a mower that's attached to a
We need
machine.
a site.
Oh, yeah.
So
What do you
it
think?
mows everything down, doesn't disturb roots, or we didn't take up any
Because they're gonna have to do that.
trunks, I mean, any stumps or disturb any roots
So
or anything
those
like that.
stumps
So
that are there, were those
They-
cut previously?
they were all cut previously.
water that goes through there.
Not by me.
Goes to a pond, which then goes into the Munger Brook.
What was that called,
From the
flail?
Munger Brook,
Flail.
it goes to the Branford
F-L-A-I-L.
River, to the sand. But now it's quite beautiful what he's done. There's no doubt about that. However, what I'm saying here is, you know, the area that he cleared.
Yeah.
You know, it is a waterway.
Sure.
That water goes down the hill. It goes to this pond, and from that.
Goes to the fire pond, and
Yeah.
it was, the culvert was blocked at a lot of times because of stuff that's fallen off, you know, limbs and
Right.
branches and stuff. So wanted to get down and clear it, and then decided that the easiest way for me to get through the poison ivy and everything that's there was to have someone mow it.
Yeah. One of the problems with that, though, is the water that goes through there, that water will eventually go from the fire pond down somehow. I'm not sure the exact course, but it gets down into eventually the Munger Brook, which runs into the Branford River, which then runs into Long Island Sound. And the thing we're trying to avoid is development of these, around these waterways in such a way where fertilizers are going to be used, where insecticides might be used. I mean, it's thought that insecticides that are a common ingredient in most lawn fertilizers today are pretty much responsible for the loss of the lobster industry in Long Island Sound. There's a lot of problems with that associated, and that's why if anything is to be cleared within a waterway like that, we try to do it as a permitted
Sure.
activity.
Understood.
So that everybody understands what the repercussions can be and try to avoid them.
Or the limitations.
Now, that particular waterway isn't something, it seems like it only runs periodically, is that correct?
Correct, it's dry most of the
So it's
time.
intermittent, okay.
It's intermittent, and under those situations, a lot of the reasons we try to protect waterways may not be applicable. Trees along a river or a water course help keep the water cool, prevent it from overheating, promotes wildlife, all kinds of good things. In this particular case, I mean, I looked at it today. You probably saw me there taking pictures. But, you know, what you did looks nice, but, you know, there's a lot of plantings that you put in there, which you might be thinking in the future, they're gonna need fertilizer. I noticed you did, along the waterway, you did, ground, what do you call it, chips and stuff all around the bushes and everything that you did.
So that's the other side. I don't,
Okay.
so there's two sides. So as you're coming down the driveway, the left-hand side is mine.
Yeah,
The right-hand side would be my neighbor's. So the chips and the stuff you see on the right-hand side coming down is my next-door neighbor.
That's his property.
Correct.
so,
Would you like me to?
maybe you could identify it here on the photographs. Let me just get to it again. So talking about this area here,
Yep.
this is all,
That's my neighbor's, so that side is not mine.
okay.
So the house there's a house back there, right?
There's two houses, there's one on the right, which is a yellow colonial.
Because I'm lost now.
Yeah, now I'm,
So where's your house? in
so
this
whose
property?
house is this one way back here?
Is that?
I
I'm
thought-
sorry.
That's
Yeah,
okay. We
that-
don't need to go-
There's a
No,
house,
Yeah, that's not, so that's a complete other neighbor that's not even part of that parcel.
okay. I was hoping I wouldn't get shot today while I was taking pictures.
So here's what I'd like to say.
You're hoping you got shot?
I was hoping not to get shot because there were signs all over.
So the property with the mulch and the wood chips and all that, that's my neighbor's house. I was
Okay.
on the left.
Okay.
So here's what I'd like to say,
These
to
are the
clarify a
size-
few things.
sizes
So
of
just the
trees.
first question, there's no more work being done?
No.
Okay, I'm just trying to get,
Yep.
good, that's good. Whatever's done is done, that's good. Because we would say, right, my first thing would be, just stop until we
Yep.
get out. The next thing is, did you talk to Victor at all by any way? Did you-
Benny?
Benny, yes.
Yes,
Did
he
call?
called
Good.
me the day, I think it was Monday.
Good,
of
I
last
just want to
week.
make sure he contacted,
Yes.
because he asked me, and I recommended, just reach out to the owner and let's,
Yes.
let him
Yeah.
know. Good.
We spoke.
Good. Yeah, okay, so the only two things left here, then, again, and especially like what Jerry said, not understanding the law, best thing we do is do a quick site walk.
Sure.
Just so we know, like, definitely what's your property, because obviously we don't want to accuse or have you write an application for
Right.
something that's not your property, so we can at least look at it, determine, the extent of the, of the change, or, I don't want to say
And
damage.
maybe we
or
should be talking to your neighbor.
Right,
That's what I was
right.
just gonna say,
Well-
it shouldn't just be him, it should be the
Well,
neighbor too.
No, I know, right, and we gotta, that's something we need to let Victor know, but I'm just saying, in fairness to, Mr. Valentoni, we just want to be fair to him, so the best thing, I'm just thinking, you tell me, we should
Well,
probably
I think
schedule
if we do a
sidewalk.
site walk, it should be scheduled with both neighbors.
Okay.
They both have to be there because I think they both,
Okay,
because ultimately,
We have
this
to
is
find out
work
the
done
address,
after,
right.
ultimately, the way we've done this in the past, they're gonna have to put an application in, right? And come back after we do the site walk, they're gonna have to put an application in, and with the penalties, because they've already done the work, which,
We have a regulation
Since-
whereby if the permit is, if you're seeking a permit after the fact, the fees are quadrupled.
but his neighbor should be just as
Yeah, no,
culpable, because he put all the stuff in, and there's no approvals for it.
so what we have to find out is, again, like, Victor needs to, we need to find out the address, unless
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Valentoni knows that, he's your neighbor's on your side, right, so he'd be Beach Street also.
Correct.
I have another question, though. Is there any more work that you're planning, or are you
No,
done?
I was actually just going to let it sit for the spring, until the spring, and throw seed down.
Because stabilizing it,
Yeah.
that's another reason for our sidewalk, because stabilizing might be a good thing to do, but depending on the bare soil and what is there, it might be, anything to prevent erosion.
Do you know whether your neighbor is finished as well, or you
I
can't speak-
don't,
you can't speak
I
for
can't
him?
speak for him, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So we need to find out his address and then have,
And the trees, excuse me, the trees that were cut down, who cut those? Are those on your property or his property?
Which side are you referring to, I'm sorry?
I don't know, I can't tell from the picture.
So if it's the same side as the mulch, that's not my property.
But on your side, you did this year, you cut the trees down?
No.
Because you said they were.
Not
cut-
down, I did, up by the street, there were a couple that I would cut down, yes.
But that's still, is that still within 100 feet?
No.
So we, all the more reason, we need to look at this. This is getting very
Yeah,
confusing.
it
I think
is.
that
It
we,
is.
we need to find out whose property is what, but we need to find out, the property adjacent to Mr. Ballantoni, so we can, let Victor go through the proper channels,
me,
contact him.
Can you tell me where we are now, which is yours?
So this side,
I'm sorry, it's a video that you're looking at right now. This is your neighbor,
that's correct.
Oh,
and
gee.
you're to the left, looking
So that's my house back there.
Oh, behind the trees,
Yes.
okay.
back there.
I just assumed when I saw the pictures that was yours. See, this is
So
why we.
I'm the one you see the garage
Gotcha.
right there.
So
that's
you,
my
you
house.
did everything
how-
to the left of the driveway, is that what you took? Okay, now I understand, gotcha.
Oh, so the picture you got is the right of the driveway?
So I got it mostly from the
And
right.
that's the neighbors?
I got my
Yeah,
neighbor.
okay.
Oh, jeez.
Now, the thing about this,
I can, if you let. can I do that?
Sorry.
no, it's okay.
Paperwork down?
Again, we have to be careful, we gotta find out who the neighbor is, but again, I don't think we've ever would approve somebody putting mulch in there, but we gotta figure out,
We
we gotta
also
get.
landscaped
we-
it.
Yeah, it's landscaping within 100, we have to find out who that
Yeah.
is, and,
Okay.
So this,
That was
this,
your
do
neighbor.
a sidewalk.
you may have these pictures, but
Yeah.
those are the pictures of my side.
So what is your side here? So is this here?
The driveway.
That's your neighbor's house way down, I see,
Yes.
and your house
Mine
is
is
somewhere
up in
back there, guys.
So what did you clear?
Just mowed the brush.
Underneath the trees?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's not like you took down any
oh,
big
so the
trees, you
picture
just-
we were looking at isn't
They're
even
not
your
my side,
house?
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry, that's why I'm glad
No,
you came in
so
to
it was
point that
just-
out.
It
'cause
was
we weren't
just
sure.
and again, if you look down at this side too, it was just the underbrush under the trees, so there were
All right,
Oh, good
So you
thing.
didn't take down any big trees?
no, sir.
you basically cleaned like brush scrub, you're saying,
So,
just.
so the
let's-
trees that we saw that are taken down, your neighbor took
Yeah,
down?
again, not speaking for him, but.
But that's not your property, that's all you have,
Correct. That's
that,
not
no,
my
we
property.
understand, you don't have to accuse me.
Right.
Good, well, that clears up a lot.
So let's have a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
Well,
definitely need
needs
the
to
neighbor,
get-
the neighbor definitely
Yeah.
has to be
We
involved.
just have to get his, you wouldn't have to, you don't have to disclose it, but
Victor.
I just don't know what his.
No, don't do
No,
that
that's
to
right.
him.
You know what?
Victor will go.
We
Well,
can
Mr. Val-
find out.
You know what, Mr. Valentine, you've been very, very good about this whole thing, and very, we don't wanna cause any more trouble with
Victor-
you
Victor
neighbors.
will go.
You're okay, thank you. We'll let Victor know
Yeah.
that the neighbor adjacent to Mr. Valentoni, which looking down the driveway, it's that house in the pictures, you can't miss it, because it's the one that we thought was Mr. Valentoni.
Contact both, set up a sidewalk,
All right,
and then
that's-
contact us.
So, it sound good? We need,
Yeah, Victor needs to talk to the neighbor first before we can set the
before we can set the
sidewalk.
sidewalk. So what I'm saying is maybe tonight we should table this with the understanding that we find out
From Victor.
from Victor, the adjacent property owner, and we do a sidewalk to visit both of them, and then we can go from
Hope this
there.
doesn't mean you have to build a fence now.
No, no, nope, all good,
All
it's
right.
all good.
So that's what we're gonna do. We'll find out who your neighbor is, we'll find out the address. Victor Benny will contact you, and him will try to
Sure.
do a quick sidewalk, just to see, get a close-up, and then we can come to, an
Okay.
amicable solution to all this. I'm sure it'll be fine,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, 'cause it looks
It looks really nice, I'm sure.
Yeah,
it
but
would-
it looks
it's
nice.
just not the way that we would prefer an area like
Right.
that be treated.
Understood.
And I know you didn't intentionally do it, and we appreciate that, because we know a lot of that happens, but it does look like at least you did a nice job. You didn't just clear cut the area, cut all the
No.
trees down. We've seen some really horror shows, so.
No, it was just the overbrush, everything
And
that was
you probably
overgrown.
took, if anything, you probably cleaned out the waterway itself, so.
The culvert
water
was,
flow would
there was a
move.
lot of stuff
Yeah.
in.
Which is
going
not
into
good,
the
because that could
culvert.
back up over, and especially in the winter, it could cause a hazardous
Correct.
situation, we've seen that too, so.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Valentine, thank you for coming in and
Thank you.
being honest and sharing everything,
Wait,
and then
what's
you
this
can,
gentleman wants to speak?
I'd like to speak to this situation if I could.
It's a neighbor,
this-
that's Ken
Or did you
Albin.
want to wait? Or-
I don't know if you can do, that's your.
It's up to you.
Could I just ask a question? It's not a public hearing, but, well, step up, Mr. Allen, let's ask you a question. I can tell you if you can speak or not. How's
Hi.
that? Not
Thank
that
you,
I
Tom.
don't want you to
Mark
speak,
and
but,
Sally.
and your name,
My name is Ken Albin, 143 Beach Street,
okay?
the neighbor to Mark and Sally.
Okay. You're not the
Um,
neighbor with all the mulch there and everything, are you?
No, no.
Okay, just
I'm,
ask, since I have you here, okay.
I just don't really see it the way Mark has described it. I developed the land in 1997. I built both of the houses. Carol Zebb was on the inland wetlands at the time.
Yes.
She did everything she could to prevent me from building these homes, and she was outvoted, and she had said, okay, I want all of the
Okay,
regulations.
I don't mean to cut it right now.
Okay.
This is not a public hearing. I thought you had
Okay.
something specific to that site. I don't want
It
to know
is.
about the
It's
history or anything.
specific to this
Okay,
site.
well, just please get to it. That's okay.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. I developed the site, and
Yeah.
I adhere to all of the regulations in
Right.
building the home. And in the years, I've just watched all of this land and all the trees dwindle. I really have to disagree with you, Mark. I saw him cut down trees
All right.
the weekend he was doing that. I'm persona non grata in this neighborhood.
Okay.
It bothers me. Every time I complain for something, this is why you're here, to protect the inland wetlands. And when I complain, Carol Zeb has been out twice, and
Carol's been
fortunately,
gone
she's
for
been
years.
I understand, yeah.
So here's
but-
what we're gonna do.
But I just saw it differently than what's
Well, that's
described.
We're gonna take a site walk.
Yeah, we're gonna take a
Okay.
second. You know, I just don't want to.
That's fine. I understand.
I understand what you're trying to help, but we're gonna do a site walk and we'll see it firsthand.
And site walks are public,
Yeah.
the public's
You can-
invited, but
you
you
can
can't,
attend.
but you can't
Yeah.
If you'd
speak.
like, when we post it, you can attend a site walk, you just can't say anything.
Can I make,
Sure.
don't want them on my property? Okay.
That's fine. I mean, I have no malice,
Okay.
but this is why you're here, to protect the
I
water
understand.
course.
I respect
This has been contentious over the years, and I regret it. We could have been good friends, and they don't, want to know me.
This is the
And
first
it's-
time we've heard of any issue with this property, so that's why
Right.
we're gonna go out, we're gonna do a site walk, we're gonna find out what's going on, and then we'll make a determination. So that I can promise you.
fine.
But I really don't wanna discuss anymore because.
That's fine, too.
it's-
Yeah, I understand.
Gotcha.
I
All right,
just-
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
so really, at this point, the only other thing we can do is basically, for
So-
item B, we're gonna basically table it to the next meeting. We're gonna recommend that,
We recommend Victor reach out to the neighbor and then reach out to us to set up a
to set up a
sidewalk.
sidewalk.
Probably a Saturday morning's the best because it's dark now, earlier.
Yeah, well, yes.
Sure.
Okay, he can reach out to us and give us some dates, and we'll take it, shouldn't
Sure.
take that long, but it'll be, yeah, we wanna do it during the light, absolutely. Okay, do we need I'm just trying to think, we don't really need a motion like that, it's just a recommendation.
Just a recommend, yeah, because this isn't on the,
As long as, Michelle has it in, the
And
minutes.
A was also tabled, correct?
Yes,
yeah, A
correct,
is table too.
correct.
Right, right, different place.
It's a perpetual table.
Okay.
Well, that's why they need to be on here, because so we otherwise we lose them.
If there's no other, I think, on the agenda, we can have motion to adjourn unless you guys.
Thank you.
Can I just ask
Thank you very much, really.
Go ahead.
No, not for them,
Oh.
just for us. Yeah, for
Oh.
us.
Thank you for coming in, we appreciate it.
Thanks, good to see you.
I was going to ask if anyone knew anything more about the replacement for Eric. Because I was gonna say,
I've heard
I don't
that.
wanna,
What happens?
I don't wanna direct
I don't
Victor,
know.
but I mean, it would be nice to have someone from the town at these meetings. I don't know if he goes, I haven't been to P and Z in the last meeting,
I
but
think he's the,
I know, and that's not fair to him, because I mean,
No,
it's
it
extra time, but, I mean, I don't know if maybe you mentioned that to Marie to get to the
Yeah, I
council.
will.
but
I'll
we
let,
need to do
actually, I
something here.
wrote that down.
Yeah, I know they're looking at a consultant, we need to get someone, because we need something, someone
And I
here.
thought there was gonna be a liaison from, the council.
Yeah, she could,
Yeah, she-
Oh.
Marie Diamond is the liaison.
that's great.
She was not able to make it tonight because this all happened
Yeah.
short,
Yeah.
but she promised me she's gonna make all the other
Yeah, she
meetings, and she,
is probably, she was the liaison for,
yeah,
Yeah.
bunch.
It's
Yeah.
it's less
And-
about her
and-
tonight, and it's more about, I meant town, like.
Right.
Having a town
And
planner
she
is
said-
very
Like,
essential.
I will
this
let
is-
her know.
This is a let's tell you guys, preaching to the choir, this is a critical role.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and I get that someone resigned, but like, we need to, I don't know where it is right now, but
My understanding was that they were going to get an outside consulting firm
Yeah.
because there's a shortage
no,
of
yep.
town planners.
Which is what Eric told us.
Eric
when
was
he
told
us up
left.
front,
Yeah.
And I just
He
mean,
warned us.
what I mean, maybe for now, I don't, it's unfair to Victor, because I know he's busy all day, but like, it would be good if he could, someone could be here. It would be helpful if he's here.
Well,
He has all the interactions with all these people, we're
I know.
trying to figure it all out.
Kurt always managed to be here when
Yes,
there was
yeah, I know.
nobody else.
That's,
Right.
yeah,
And you know what, and, cause,
something, we
Right.
can't like,
Oops, sorry.
we
sorry,
need someone from the town here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. And normally the town planner and all, when everything's going well, they only have to be here unless they have to, question some, some comments that they put in, or like drainage, for a big project or something, because he even asked me, how many times did Kirk come in here? He only came in maybe 2 or 3 times, unless he was covering,
Yeah.
But, in this case, it's a little different. We need somebody, so.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe
I
we'll hear
will
something.
I promised Maria I'd send her some notes, so I will put that on the top of the list.
It's gonna make our job difficult if we keep getting busy like this,
I think they should think through the consultant too, because if it's just like someone giving us consultancy
No.
saying, I don't know if
No,
that's.
no, my understanding
No,
is,
because
it's not, my understanding is because there are quite a few, there are not enough
Yeah.
town planners and wetlands officers
Yeah.
that have taken all the training, because even Eric didn't have all the training, that this firm takes, they hire out the firm, and the firm comes in and
Provide
supplies
someone.
that service.
Yeah, I got you. Right.
So
That
we
makes
would
sense.
get, they're certified
Yeah,
wetlands
good.
officers
understand.
or town planners, they come in and do it, and they're doing it, I think they told me they're doing it for Durham, though don't quote me on that.
Yeah, okay, good.
So, but I
So
don't
it's
know where that
a person
stands.
that'll be.
There'll be a
so-
regular person.
Regular person, yeah, it's
Yeah,
not just
it's
filling
not-
in.
And they would be
because
here and
that's
they
just-
would do that.
That's
But I-
almost more work for us.
But
Okay,
again,
that
I
makes
heard
sense.
that at town committee meeting, RTC meeting, and I don't know where it
Yeah.
is.
Okay, good.
Well, I have one more motion.
Go ahead,
I move to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good.
All right.
When we, this is recording.